so cute. I got Neko Shokupan. This is something that I've seen so many times on Twitter and I've always wanted to try it. And when we were exhibiting in Harajuku, Kate told me that they have a branch there. So yeah, I was really excited. This is what I got. It has chocolate and plain and caramel. Isn't it so cute? Okay, let's try it now. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. The packaging is so smart as well. Look. So cute. Just gonna do my emails from the kitchen because I don't want to move anything. It's actually also pretty delicious. The chocolate is really rich. I'm working on June Happy Meal and I just made this illustration. I wanted to make the theme sweet drinks and I had this image of a cream soda and then I added this hot cocoa. But after I drew the whole image, I feel like it's not the vibe I wanted. I imagined something very refreshing, so more like a translucent drink rather than this milky hot cocoa. But I didn't realize that until I finished drawing. I don't know if I'm just thinking too much, but I don't like the contrast between the soda and the cocoa. And then I just don't like the overall colors. I think I'm gonna try and draw it again. So I just did this sketch quickly right now and I'm still keeping the cream soda and I want to change this to a jelly. So they're both cold and refreshing and the colors are gonna suit each other more, I think. I'm gonna try it with traditional art. I don't know, I'm gonna play around and if I fail, I always have the other illustration to go back to. It's not bad, it's just not what I imagined. I think it's gonna be a mix of traditional and digital. I think I'm gonna draw each element separately and then put them together. So the other day on Instagram, I saw this video that this artist I follow put up. Her name is Molinta. And she sketched her drawing first on iPad and then she referenced that sketch to draw it onto watercolor paper. And I've never thought about doing that before, so it was really interesting to me. So that's why I wanted to try it this time. With traditional art, when I do finished pieces, like the pieces I do for exhibition, I usually sketch it out fully. And then I would print it out and then use a light box to lightly trace the lines onto watercolor paper. And I know that's a very complicated process, but it's because my pencil sketches are too messy. That's why it's easier for me to sketch digitally. Because of that, I tend to be like overly precise in my work and I don't want to be like that. I want to have more imperfections here and there. And I realized that I tend to like artists who can draw more loosely and spontaneously. And that's because that's a skill that I don't currently have, and that's why I like to practice being a little bit more loose with my work. And I think it also just saves time. I think I spend too much time kind of refining my work in areas that nobody sees. That's the issue with iPad, is that you can zoom in so much, and I tend to zoom in like so much into small details. And I realized that when I go out with my friends and I watch them draw on iPad, they don't zoom in that much. So I'm like, okay, I should learn not to be so precise with my work. It's funny because last time I said this to my patrons in a Patreon exclusive video ages ago, some people commented like, oh, I never thought that your art was really neat. I thought it was rather kind of messy in a good way. It's just funny how we kind of perceive our art so differently than what people see.
I almost count all the days. Wooden trails brought me to this place.
Salmon!
For many moons I've been searching for myself. And what path will I take?
I bought a starter coffee pack. I found it online from Horiguchi Coffee. It has 6 different types of roasts and just 50 grams of each. So these are different types of blends. And these are single origin beans. I feel like I still don't really know the difference between different types of beans, so this is really useful. And it also comes with this chart that shows flavor notes and then the different types of roasts and where each of these stand. I only have 1, 3, and 7, but that should give me an overall idea of different types of beans and roasts. So today I think we're going to try number 1, which is bright and citrusy.
No sugar?
No sugar. This is bright and citrusy.
One, right? One.
Yeah.
Can I see? It's tiny bit sour one, apparently.
I don't know if we should have tried it black first, like before putting milk.
True.
It's not that sour. Maybe because it's not black.
Yeah, but I can tell the sourness.
I don't know.
But it's a light taste.
Yeah. It's not as creamy.
Yeah.
I finished the paintings last night. I tore it out of my sketchbook to scan. I should have just drawn on a scrap piece of paper. Pretty happy with how they turned out. Unfortunately, this pink color didn't scan in at all, even this. It became very dull, so I had to do a lot of editing on this. But anyway, let me show you what it looks like on the iPad. This is what I have so far. I think it's pretty cute. I added the eyes in digitally and I removed the orange from this one. Yeah, because I didn't like how it looks at all. I think it looks much cuter without. And I'm liking this illustration a lot better now. It has the refreshing image that I wanted. Now I'm just thinking to add a little bit of details around the border. And then I think for the other item this month, I'm just going to offer these items on a sticker sheet. Maybe I'll draw 1 or 2 more drinks.
Wondering if thousands of miles away the sky's just as blue. It's as if I'm stuck in yesterday when I'm thinking of you. 'Cause when you have your morning coffee, I'm turning out the lights so I could dream. And when you smile through the screen, I wish you could be with me. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I'll start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. Da-da-da-da. Oh, today I am time traveling.
And every time that you are closing your eyes, I will be beside you. And my heart will...
And this is what I got. This is my final design for the postcard. It looks much more refreshing. It's got all the pastel colors. It's quite different from my usual color palette, and I'm glad that I played around with the colors. And this is the sticker sheet. I tried to make it look like a menu, so I've got all the desserts lined up with the names underneath. Usually I try to include more elements in a sticker sheet, but these are slightly bigger and I feel like I don't want to get it too crowded. I like this menu kind of look. And yeah, so I already finished this and I've sent it off to the printer. Hey guys, it's August now and I just want to show you guys how the June Happy Mail turned out like. So this is the postcard. The colors are quite different than my usual colors. It's definitely more bright and refreshing, which is what I wanted. I had a little bit of trouble with the blue color because the color that I worked with digitally was very saturated. I always forget that I should switch to CMYK before I start working on postcard designs. So I had to do a little bit of tweaking to get it to CMYK blue that I like. I ended up putting in another dessert. Before, I think I had a jelly here. And I switched it out for this pudding and cream dessert instead because I wanted to put a little pepper in there. So I put the jelly instead in the sticker sheet. I have 4 different desserts in here. Each of these are stickers and also like these little details, they're stickers as well. So yeah, this was June Happy Mail. Okay, I'm quickly gonna show you guys the theme for August. The theme for August is daydream. I chose this theme because it's something that I do a lot. I tend to zone out a lot and it's because I'm always like daydreaming. I guess I'm also just dreaming of laying in a field of grass and looking up at the sky and how nice it would be. So this is the full postcard design. I drew each of these flowers individually, and yeah, it was actually quite therapeutic to draw this. And this is the sticker sheet. So both of these are going to be postcard sized. This is one of my favorite themes so far this year, and it was heaps of fun to work on this. So that's all I have for this vlog. I hope this gives you an insight of my process every month with Happy Mail. I usually try to get my Happy Mail done before the month begins, just because I'd like to show my patrons ahead of time what they'll get for the following month. I prefer to work a little bit ahead rather than chasing deadlines. I really don't like chasing deadlines. It's just something that stresses me out. So it just works better for me this way. And yeah, thank you for working with me today, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!